On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Nameless.
Without a name or unknown, not named or identified.
Examples:
Nameless fear. Nameless child. The victim could only describe their attacker as a nameless figure in the darkness.
Stereotype.
A fixed and unvarying idea or image that people have about what someone or something is like, but which is often not true in reality and may cause hurt and offense.
Examples:
Avoid stereotype. Negative stereotypes. Changing stereotypes about LGBTQ requires considerable effort.
Tattered.
Worn, torn, or ragged in appearance or condition, usually as a result of long use or hard wear, frayed or falling apart.
Examples:
Tattered clothes. Tattered umbrella. The tattered book was falling apart at the seams from being read too many times.
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
Explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Staccato.
A style of musical performance or composition that involves playing each note separately and distinctly, with a sharp or abrupt tone, speech or writing that is abrupt or disjointed.
Examples:
Staccato rhythm. Staccato speech. The pianist played the piece with staccato notes, creating a lively and upbeat sound.
Gunfire.
The sound or act of shooting a firearm, the noise created by multiple guns firing at the same time.
Examples:
Lethal gunfire. Burst of gunfire. The journalist heard the sound of gunfire while reporting in a war zone.
Wrench.
To pull or twist something suddenly or violently.
Examples:
Wrench off the lock. Wrench my back. A deep sigh was wrenched from his chest.
Ominous.
Giving the impression that something bad is going to happen, foreboding.
Examples:
An ominous silence. Ominous sign. The ominous clouds in the sky foretold of an approaching storm.
Drone.
A low continuous humming noise, someone who takes more time than necessary, a pilotless aerial vehicle that is operated by remote control.
Examples:
drone flight. The speaker's drone. He heard a drone of sirens roar from the neighboring town.
Wail.
To make a prolonged, high-pitched cry expressing grief, pain, or anger.
Examples:
Wail in sorrow. Wail in pain. The baby wailed loudly, signaling its hunger.
Siren.
A device that emits a loud, piercing sound, typically used as a warning or to get attention. Historically, a creature in Greek mythology whose enchanting voice would lure sailors toward danger.
Examples:
Fire truck siren. Police siren. I heard the siren of an ambulance and moved my car to the side of the road.
Dissonant.
Sounds that are not in harmony or are in conflict with one another. An uncomfortable or tense feeling caused by conflicting ideas or emotions.
Examples:
A dissonant voice. Dissonant note. The dissonant sound from the poorly tuned instruments was painful to listen to.
Screech.
To make a loud, high-pitched, piercing sound, often indicating pain or fear.
Examples:
Screech out a slogan. Screech with laughter. The brakes on the car began to screech as the driver suddenly stopped at the intersection.
Thunderous.
Producing or accompanied by a loud, deep, rumbling sound, like that of thunder, intense, forceful, or impressive.
Examples:
Thunderous roar. Thunderous noise. The thunderous applause lasted for several minutes after the performance.
Unbearable.
Not able to be tolerated or endured, too difficult, severe, or intense to be dealt with or suffered through, intolerable or insufferable.
Examples:
Unbearable heat. Unbearable pain. The loss of his wife was an unbearable sorrow that he found hard to overcome.
Besiege.
To surround and attack or harass with relentless persistence. To crowd or overwhelm with a large number of requests or demands.
Examples:
Besiege a fortress. Besiege an enemy. Enemy troops besieged the town during the war.
Preoccupation.
The state or condition of thinking about something continuously or obsessively.
Examples:
Preoccupation with work. Military preoccupation. She has an obsessive preoccupation with weight and shape.
Troop.
A group of soldiers, especially a large one, a group of people, animals, or things considered as a unit.
Examples:
The members of a military troop. A troop of deer. The troop of soldiers marched through the city in a parade. Drawdown. The reduction or depletion of a resource, such as water, as a result of extraction or use, the act of withdrawing funds from an account or asset, typically associated with investment or borrowing.
Examples:
Drawdown period. Investment drawdown. The organization initiated a drawdown of resources from its disaster relief fund to assist the affected communities.
Sting.
To cause a sharp, painful sensation or injury with a poison, venom, or other substance or by a physical action, such as a bite or prick.
Examples:
Sting me on the arm. Sting his face. Bees sting as a defense mechanism when they feel threatened.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Casualty.
A person who has been killed or injured in a war, accident, or other disasters, a victim.
Examples:
Civilian casualty. Military casualty. Unfortunately, the driver was the only casualty in the car accident.
Sterile.
Free from living microorganisms, especially bacteria, fungi, and viruses, incapable of reproducing.
Examples:
Sterile environment. A sterile man. Surgeons must use sterile instruments to prevent infection during an operation.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
Conceive of an idea. Conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Mutilate.
To cause severe damage, disfigurement, or injury, usually to a person or an animal. To destroy, alter, or damage something severely or irreparably.
Examples:
Mutilate a document. Mutilate a body. It is cruel for anyone to mutilate an animal for any reason.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Unseen.
Not seen or noticed, not perceived.
Examples:
Unseen danger. An unseen force. The consequences of the pandemic remain unseen as scientists continue to research the virus.
Villager.
A person who lives in a village or small rural community. A person who is part of a close-knit and traditional community.
Examples:
Villager community. Local villager. The rural villagers were saddened by the destruction of their homes in the natural disaster.
Extremist.
A person who holds extreme political or religious views and who is willing to use violent or illegal methods to promote those views.
Examples:
Extremist political views. Radical extremist. The extremist group planned a series of violent attacks to push its agenda.
Checkmate.
To win a game of chess by putting the opponent's king in a position where it is unable to escape capture. To defeat or frustrate an opponent entirely. Noun, a situation where one person or side has put another in a position where they cannot escape defeat.
Examples:
Checkmate with a pawn. A checkmate situation. The chess player carefully planned his moves to checkmate his opponent in just a few moves.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Puppet.
A doll or figure that is manipulated by strings, wires, or hands to represent a person or animal, a person who is controlled or manipulated by someone else.
Examples:
Puppet theater. Corporate puppet. The politician was merely a puppet for the wealthy elite.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Snipe.
To make a sly or spiteful remark, often in a concealed or indirect way, to target someone with an unfair or unwarranted attack or criticism.
Examples:
Snipe at the suspect. Snipe at each other. The politician sniped at his opponent during the debate.
Cello.
A large stringed instrument of the viola family, typically held between the knees when played, also known as violoncello.
Examples:
The beautiful sound of a cello. Cello music. She played a passionate solo on her cello.
Violet.
Between blue and purple in hue.
Examples:
Bluish violet. Violet quartz. Red and violet are opposites on the color spectrum.
Massacre.
The indiscriminate killing of a large number of people.
Examples:
Massacre site. Bloody massacre. The massacre of innocent civilians shocked the world.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Frontline.
In the most critical or dangerous position, in the military line or part of an army closest to the enemy.
Examples:
Frontline health workers. At the front line of the war. Within days, the new aircraft was in frontline service.
Toenail.
The hard, flat covering on the end of a toe, made of layers of dead skin cells, often requires regular grooming and trimming to maintain proper hygiene and appearance.
Examples:
Toenail fungus. Ingrown toenail. I accidentally stubbed my toe and broke my toenail.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Kidnapping.
The act of taking somebody away illegally and holding them captive.
Examples:
Kidnapping attempt. Mass kidnapping. She received a year's imprisonment for aggravated kidnapping.
Pillage.
The act of looting or plundering, particularly during times of war or conflict. The theft or destruction of property or valuables. Verb, to rob, loot, or plunder a place or area, usually in a violent and destructive way.
Examples:
Violent pillage. Pillage gold and other treasures. The army's village pillage left the residents without food or shelter.
Sibling.
A brother or sister, member of a family born to the same parents.
Examples:
Have a sibling quarrel. Play with my siblings. Children often copy their parents or elder siblings.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Wrongdoing.
An improper or illegal behavior or action.
Examples:
An accusation of wrongdoing. Willful wrongdoing. The CEO of the company denied any wrongdoing while admitting to mismanagement.